Alright, so this is a 6-inch f8 mirror. Hold up, let me make sure that's right. What's 6 times 8?
48.
Alright, yeah, that's right. So this is 6-inch f8 48. Oh, God. 6-inch f8 mirror. Yeah, it's thick. It's parabolic, so yeah, what it does is it reflects light into a certain point, and yeah, that's what it does. Here, bring it here. How you put it in is you feed it through, and you rest it on these washers. Yeah, that's not too stable, but it works. So you have the tailgate. Put these back in. Spot. Yep. One.
So what does the tailgate do?
Tailgate makes it so the mirror doesn't fall back out
Okay.
or anything go back into it. It also keeps light from coming from the other side because you're going to be looking through that piece over there. Why am I using this one? Huh? Fully screw all those in a sec. Yes. This one again. This thing holds the secondary mirror pretty much. What happens is that light goes in through here, reflects off of that larger mirror, and it reflects into this tiny mirror, which then in turn reflects into the eyepiece. The tiny mirror is like slanted to the point where like it'll like go in and go that way, whatever. It's just aimed like that, so you just have to balance this out to a certain point. That's really all there is. Just go around it.
I know better than that. You call my wife and ask her, she'll say,
Alright, so I ended up making the telescope because Mr. Wood said it was un-American if I couldn't. Okay, cut. It took me, it took me and a friend of mine about a week to make, but in all, probably a good 16 hours. The base was probably what took the longest to make. We had to figure out how we could make it swivel, and what we ended up doing was there were two separate parts to the base. One that the base, well, the actual base that would hold up the telescope would stand on, but how we were planning on moving it was that we had put like some shower move things, whatever those are called, under like a record. It was, I don't even know what the record was. Willie Nelson, there you go. So yeah, we put a Willie Nelson record on top of those, and we set that down, screwed that in, and that's how it swivels. Then for the tube, or more on the base, what we had to make was a box-like structure with like bearings on the side so that it could move vertically. And then for the tube, what we had to do was we had to spray the entire inside of it black so that we wouldn't have like any other glare or colors coming in aside from the light. And we had hammered in these like washers that would act as support for like the primary mirror, which was the larger one, and had a tailgate to keep light from going in and something for the mirror just to fall back on if that were ever a problem. But the mirror is actually a lot more durable than we thought, so it shouldn't be that bad. And after that, we had to build a mount for the secondary mirror. It's like a spider-like thing that hangs at the top, as you probably already saw. And from there, we took leather strips and mounted the secondary mirror like that. And we had to aim it a certain way to have it like facing the eyepiece so that any light reflected off the primary mirror would reflect onto the secondary and into the eyepiece. And oh yeah, we had to cut a hole and make kind of like a base for the eyepiece, and we use the copper tubing as an adjuster. There you go.